why we're gonna be using that. All right. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Hello, welcome to episode 1 of Arts and Crafts, a podcast. My name is Eric Hightower, and I'm here with Lance McNatt.
That is the name. EP, don't forget.
All right, today we're going to be doing just introductions of who we are, what we do, and etc. And first thing I want to bring up is that after this weekend, your Instagram account actually got hacked.
Yeah, it did. It did indeed. It was pretty annoying, guys. Pretty annoying.
And our last recording broke down. This is actually us doing this again.
Second take.
So we already answered these questions. So if it sounds a bit automated, that's why.
Yep.
Anyways, about your account, what I've got from my side of the story is that I received a link from you that says, "Hi Eric, I made something for you. Just click this link here," and it was a download link. And I immediately go, okay, first of all, he's not just gonna say "Hi Eric." But I almost fell for it just because we are working on a collaboration project, which is this. I thought he made like a thumbnail or some type of poster or some other type of advertising product for this podcast right now.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case, and turns out he sent all of his followers or everyone you're following.
Yeah, everyone that in my following and every friend, everybody was sent a message that said, "Hey, I made something for you," and it had a link that took you to the login page for Instagram, but it was fake, and then it sent you right back to the login every time you tried logging in, so it never really worked. And each time you logged in, I think what it did was it got deeper and deeper into your account. So
Right.
yeah.
Right, and that's a bummer because I don't know my password, so every time I did it, they got the wrong password every time.
Yeah, man, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, no, I didn't click it because I immediately saw that it was a bit account, which is something that if you aren't aware of, if you use Facebook within 2013 or 2011, or if you ever download anything illegally, you know what a bit link is. It's a direct shut up. If it's a direct link to a download link, so you could bypass all those advertisement and fake links that are set up on a website. And after I saw that it was a bit link, I immediately knew that, oh shit, Lance got hacked. I need to let him know before it spreads throughout anyone else. Well, I couldn't get to him until like that later that night. But what's your side of the story and like what happened?
So basically, it started from someone else actually. That same thing happened. Through that same process, I got it sent from an old friend of mine from high school. If you're watching this, you'll know who you are. But it was sent from him, and I got it. And literally, it was the same exact thing. It said, "Hey Lance, I made something for you," and it was just a link that sent me back to the same old stuff, the login page, and it just went from there, and my account got hacked.
Yeah, and it's a big thing that I like to talk about is Instagram isn't the most secured place. They have like a data breaks.
Yeah.
Where a hacker hacks into the actual Instagram server themselves and they get everyone's information. And if you happen to be the unlucky few who they pick out of the bucket, that sucks. That's a bummer. There's really nothing you can do about it. I recommend changing your password about annually, maybe even monthly if you're really that paranoid. But yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, and it's dangerous because like if that happens to someone big, like I don't know, who's someone's famous? I don't know anyone famous.
Kevin Hart.
I'm famous.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm famous.
You know what?
Like if I did it, all my millions and millions of followers would get sent a link that would like give them a virus and get all the information stolen, which is just not good. It just isn't good news. So if you ever get like a sketchy link from someone and it says something cliche like, "Hi, so and so, I made you something, click this link," or something that they can't go in detail into, it's definitely something you want to look out for. Just a quick P and did you just turn on your website with your little logo in the back? Is
No,
that what you know?
no. Actually, this is just the backdrop for that
Oh,
video.
okay. I thought you
Yeah.
put up your logo like. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying is that yeah. So a little PSA for beginning. Just look out if you're definitely on Instagram. Just careful because that's just things you have to deal with when you're using social media like that. Speaking about social media, before we talk about that, your name is Ecnal, which is, if I am concerned, it's actually Lance spelled backwards. Your
Yeah,
actual name spelled
it's my
backwards.
first name spelled backwards.
Oh, what made you do that?
So basically, it started off when I was, you know, way younger, and I think it was around like 13 to 15. I created the name, and I was like trying to find a name, and I was thinking of weird names. I don't even know what some of them were back in the day, but um, so eventually I was just like, you know what? What? How does my name sound backwards? And I was spelled it backwards, and it was originally my first and last name spelled backwards, and I thought it sounded pretty good, but then I was like, no, that's not good enough. So I wanted to be something simple, short, and so I had it to Eknal. And the whole idea behind it is it's the opposite of myself, just like my alter ego, basically.
And you mentioned that a lot, especially in your music. How you mentioned you want to become like a better version of yourself, and
Basically, yeah,
even in your song that you posted on your YouTube channel, "Late for My Own Funeral," I believe it was.
yeah. Late to my funeral.
Late
That's
to
the
My
name of the
Funeral.
song. Yeah,
Yeah. And it talks a lot about how the metaphor of you killing yourself and becoming a new person, and um, suicide is not fucking recommended. That's not what we're talking about. Metaphorically killing yourself and becoming a
yeah.
new
That's
person.
actually not stopping.
Yeah, not stopping.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Uh, Late to My Funeral. What's like, if you take away and if you filter everything out, what's like the personal meaning behind that to you?
Late to my funeral. The personal meaning behind that one is that it's basically supposed to say there's a line in it that says dig my grave, I'll keep my soul, which basically says
Oh,
I'll
for
still
sure.
be myself, basically, just metaphorically. And but I'll be late to my funeral. So basically, if you dig my grave, you're gonna be the one that's in it because you're just digging your own grave. That's the whole idea behind it, and basically saying that I'm never going to die per se, and I know that I'm going to die eventually, but that's just the whole idea behind it.
Okay, so basically, like, if I get this right, it's basically living every moment of your life as like your last. If
Basically,
that's
yes,
basically, yeah.
because there's a line in it where I say um there's a part in it where I say eyes open when I'm wide awake. I repeat every single thing in a day I'll do in a week. So basically, every time that I open my eyes and or blink, I'm already doing the work that most people would do in like a week or a day or even. And it's basically me just
For
trying to
sure.
sum up that idea of how hard I work.
All right, for sure. And you also mentioned a lot of like not self doubt, but like struggles you had as starting your music career,
Definitely.
and a lot of struggles you had to go through.
Hmm.
You want to go ahead and like mention some of those, or like, or what made you like do music in general? Like, what made you start your music career?
Um, starting my career, it I've been singing since I was 9 years old, but it actually started when I was 17, and I started producing on my own. It started on like a little mobile app called FL Studio Mobile, and now I have the actual version now. But Mobile, I was limited to some features, and I was getting really good at it, and then eventually was able to convince my mom because I was 17 years old at the time to get the real version, and then I started producing from there. Um, there really was no motive from anybody else. It was
Motive,
just me, more of me to just take a jump or
wanting to
leap
do
into
what you
what.
want to
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
it's more like that.
and that's definitely how life goes. It's like you can't be rich and famous or be successful in life by doing everything that everyone else is doing.
Yeah,
Like me and Lance like to call it hashtag fuck education. But no, really, if you know what you're doing and you know what you want, college is perfectly fine. But our point is that you don't just follow everyone else just for the sake of following everyone else because you feel like that's what you should do.
yeah,
And me and Lance are basically examples of that because we are following what we want to do, which is definitely two different things. Because if you want to end up doing something you want to do, you should start doing what you want to do instead of just following and doing everything. And we like to make that joke like fuck education and stuff like that because that's because a lot of our friends of ours actually are going to college just because they don't really know where else to go, and that's just a waste in our minds.
Yeah, I think the for me like education. There's even Elon Musk said he's like, I don't give a damn about your degree. Because
Right.
there's a lot of people that get like degrees and stuff, and then they get out of college and it's like, oh, man, I don't know what to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's definitely important to know what you want to do and
Mm-hmm.
know how to do it before you even take the jump, I
You should
believe.
definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the thing is that you may not know immediately, of course, but it's a learning curve. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
fail. You're gonna, fall on your butt, and you're gonna have to find ways to get back up. So
You definitely will, and that's the whole part of having, even in any career. If you're being a nurse, you are gonna lose a patient. If you're in a music career, you are gonna have some failing albums. If you're working in film, you are gonna have some budget busting films that will get you nowhere in life, and that really sucks, and that really unmotivates you. But like when it comes to artists and stuff like that, and we do what we love to do, those are just chances that not only that we have to take, but that we want to take.
yeah, exactly. When it comes to getting to your dreams, the failures really never matter.
Uh huh.
It's just all about like how bad you want it. So
It definitely will be, and I guess it's all about the long term. It depends what is at the end of that finishing line and how bad you want it, and how fast are you willing to run for it.
definitely. What are the questions you got?
I have another question. I have you have a new album coming out, right? You
Yeah,
mentioned that.
definitely. I'm thinking of putting my first album out. I did the first song already, "Late to My Funeral," in
Mm-hmm.
case you guys were pitching into that. But um, I'm thinking of naming it something that's more uplifting on the uplifting side. There's gonna be one song that I'm thinking of separating from it, but it depends on how it all works out because I don't think it'll combine together with the whole idea. However, um, this this album I think will be very unique and very different. It'll describe on how I'm coming up into the music industry, and yeah, that's basically all that it really is.
That's great, and I know that sounds sarcastic. I'm sorry for that. But
No, you get
what I feel like it's not one of my questions, but I feel like it should be answered in the podcast. We mentioned this in our last recording before it got deleted, but you mentioned something about NF and
and Dr. Dre. Oh
Dr.
yeah,
Dre.
yeah,
Yeah,
Dr. Dre.
you mentioned
So
those as like your inspirements. I was gonna
yeah,
save that question for our next podcast, but I'm actually really interested in this. So.
so my inspirations. This was like back when I was like 13 years old when I first got into rapping. I first heard Eminem and Dr. Dre, the song "Forgot About Dre." Where it's like nowadays everybody want to talk, they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. It's a bunch of gibberish. And what the fuck is that? Like forgot about Dre. No, I know I messed that up, but that's just how the song goes. Kind of, if you guys have heard it, but that was like one of my favorite songs. Listening to it in middle school, and I just listened to it over and over and over again until I got that verse down. But now it's been so long that I kind of forgot it. But um, it's just crazy because I listen to Dr. Dre, listen to Eminem, and for fast rapping, I first heard that when
Mhm.
with Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was my main
Busta
go-to
Rhymes
for
used to
that.
be. He used to like go hard and like
Yeah,
really like a
exactly.
motivational type
Yeah,
of that makes you like really walk the street. I'm like, oh, I could take on anyone in here.
yeah. I think a really good song from Busta Rhymes is called
Oh yeah,
"Hurt
definitely.
You."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Eminem's in that too.
My dad listens to that like religiously,
Yeah.
like all the time. I can't sit in the car without hearing Busta Rhymes getting on the radio once or twice.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes is really
Hmm.
amazing. And also NF, I think what inspires me from him is like he finds a way to show like a story in every single song he makes. And
Who are we
it's
talking about too? Busta Rhymes?
NF.
NF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. When you said NF, I thought you said
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I was all like, Busta Rhymes makes
Sometimes I say
stories.
things weird.
You know what?
It happens.
Yeah. All right.
Man.
Anyways, about NF.
Um I think NF like he inspired me in a way that to just more or less just even more so to be myself.
Hmm.
And same thing with Eminem. I didn't really listen to rap that much until I heard Eminem.
Oh yeah,
I think Eminem was my biggest inspiration because I heard the song "The Re Up" with Eminem, 50 Cent. I think Dr. Dre was in it too, and it
definitely.
was just a crazy song, man.
You are a lot more different than most rappers out there. Most rappers out there have like face tattoos, and
Yeah,
you're definitely way different. You're trying to bring old school back again.
yeah. I'm trying to bring the old school stuff back, and then put like a new little twist in just the beats I
Definitely.
make. That's the only new twist that's in there. But yeah, I'm definitely bringing a new style. I think with the way I make my music, um, and also just the way that I'm coming up into it is far different. It's kind of like Eminem's journey, but a little different. I didn't go through as much stuff as he did, definitely not. But I'm the same thing, man. I'm starting in a mobile home right here, and just producing with my mom. She's a single mom and survivor of breast cancer. So, yeah, it's crazy.
You know that definitely is crazy, and I don't think old school should stay old school. But like you're seeing stuff like NF come back, they're definitely not like any other rapper
Yeah,
either,
definitely.
and they're definitely trying to make a they. Oh man, I ran into him when he made his intro 3.
Hmm.
Reason what got me into it is because of TikTok. If you guys ever heard of it, it's one of those I'm pretty sure if you look at anyone on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Otherwise, do that research yourself. TikTok is one of those apps where like
They
they
like
lip sync,
voiceover,
they
yeah,
like lip sync or make videos over
something like
like
that.
songs
Yeah.
and other type of audios and stuff like that. So I found one of his songs and like it was one of those TikToks and it's so cool because like you have this one guy, he's singing for two different type of people and he's making a story out that and there's an argument between these two people. It's called intro 3. He did the same thing for like the search where he like talks for two different people, but intro 3, which I thought it was super funny, or not super funny, it was super cool because you know, as like a film producer and a writer and stuff like that,
Hmm.
I love stories, I love stuff like that. And his was specifically made for the audience. He made his stuff so vague of what he talked about in it that you could literally interpret it to whatever you want. It could be him talking to his own inner demons, or it could be like you can imagine yourself, you know, talking to like someone who's really toxic in your life or something like
Definitely.
that. And I just find that multi-use of one song to be extraordinary. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's very amazing, definitely.
And that was like back when he was like that was back when he was like you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was back when he was like a little low profile. He wasn't really up and running right there. It was the search, I believe, is when he was really starting to like pack a punch and really started to bring back like what he did originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's cool about NF is that his style is actually working.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really definitely something different, like with the face paint he's doing and all that. Like, just crazy, you know. But it's a good kind of crazy. I like his style. That's like my style. Kind of reminds me of Hobson. He's literally like just something that's so unique. I don't think anybody can really copy him. I think Eminem's or Eminem, Jesus.
Eminem is really starting to die out over the time, but I think it's just because it's that his time is starting to become up. But I don't think his style is obsolete.
Yeah,
I think someone can definitely take his place as like for his style and stuff like that. And I think we're just looking for that. And I think NF is definitely going to be that person.
yeah.
But I think you should, you know, after enough time step, that's your time to step up right there.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to just like be my own self and kind of like really and truly inspire people. And there's gonna be times where I talk myself up a lot, but also there's gonna be music that I make where it's just like, listen, I'm human, you're human, you know, let's kind of just come together and
Oh, for sure, dude.
make us feel like we're equal.
You know what? I would love to get into that more into another episode because I have a lot to say about that. In the meantime, since this is just the intro, I will ask, what do you have planned in the future?
In the future, I have an album planned, and I also am trying to own a record label.
Mm-hmm.
Same name, Ecnal Productions. and it's going to be my own LLC, and hopefully it'll be done by the age of 25, and I'll be able to sign artists. That is my ultimate goal. Also, another thing I'm working on is I have wrestling season coming up soon, and I'm going to be wrestling.
You
so
are wrestling.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
amazing.
that is something you do. And you also mentioned that we've known each other since middle school and
Yeah.
all throughout high school. So that's something. Someone trying to open the door.
I don't know, man.
I
Probably
keep
one of the
hearing that.
dogs or something. I don't know.
Like, what the hell? Who's trying to get in here
They're like,
during our podcast?
hello.
Oh man, I wish this would do audio. We can make it look like it's knocking in the background. That would have been hilarious. Anyways, for those who's listening and is not looking at the video, we keep looking behind us because the door looks like it's about to open, but it never does. It's like, there it goes again. What the hell?
It's either the wind or something. I don't know what it is, man. It's crazy.
We have a ghost in here. This is a haunted podcast, episode 1. Okay. So, anyways, what I was getting at is that we've known each other for a while, and one thing I remember back then was that you told me that you want to win a gold medal for the American Olympics of wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what's up with that? Did you change that? Did you go for music instead, or did you still want to do that? Or
I still want to do that, definitely. I'm trying to make time for both, really. And I think I've been taking a break from music for now because I've been so focused on wrestling. I've been trying to find that balance in my life. I've been waking up at like 4 in the morning almost every day. And it's really amazing to see how much you can improve yourself just by sacrificing the time you have to sleep just to be better.
You good? You need a cough or something?
No, I'm good.
You sound like you got something in your throat.
Yeah, it's because I keep burping because of water, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it is.
For sure. Okay. So your end game is basically you want to win a gold for the American Olympics, right?
Yeah, gold for American Olympics and come back to Fallbrook High School, coach for a little bit, and then make music for movies is what I'm gonna do.
Music movies, everybody. Yeah. It's gonna be our co-project. We're trying to make a new genre. And it's gonna be a visible music.
Yep,
music video, if you will. Not invented yet, but we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Okay. Anyways, back on topic. We were talking about. Oh yeah, you were saying you don't only make like actual production singles. You also do beats as well, and you're trying to get some in movies. What's up with that? What made you start that?
I think that was just an idea that started because I was just like, man, I'm getting really good at this really fast. So I was just like, if I can just make samples that are like you know what, I might not use these, then I'm probably just gonna send them out to people, and just go from there.
So like, our friend is like outside right now. You want me to like bring him in so he could sit down instead of just wait outside?
Who?
Zach.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. In the meantime, I do want you to talk about a new album you're coming out. You're bringing out it was called Rise Again or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be something uplifting. I don't know what it's gonna be called yet, but
how many singles are gonna be in that? Do you know?
I'm trying to shoot for 5. I always have the standard set for higher.
Okay.
Might only be 3.
Are they gonna be singles, or are you also gonna have beats as well in it?
I don't think I'm gonna have any beats. Just actual rap songs.
Okay, for sure. While I go get him, you want to go ahead and plug in your Instagram or anything else you want to promote, saying like what you posted on there, anything else, while I go let him in.
All right, definitely.
Okay.
Sick.
Hate to leave you alone. No. Bye, everyone. I'll be right back.
All right, guys. So he's leaving. So now I'm just here, and I'm gonna be promoting some stuff. Okay. So this is going to be what I am making for you guys. Right now I have an Instagram. It's a professional Insta. I'm gonna show you guys what it is right now. So it's called, the @ is Ecnal Productions. So here it is right here. I'm gonna show you guys, give you guys a little snippet. Give me 1 second.
I didn't know how to open the door, so he's gonna stay out there.
So when you guys open my Instagram, you'll see the same logo right here. Okay, the same logo for the picture, and the @ once again, it's Ecnal Productions, and on it I post what is going on with within my community, like with the people who I work with, the rappers and everything like that. And also, um, I have posted, like, there's a lady on there who's gonna be making art for me, hopefully, when I get the money to offer it to her.
Commission, yeah.
Yep. And then now I also have news for new logos I make, anything like that. Any news dealing with the company, and also the songs that are out now. That's all I really put on there. It's anything to deal with my music. So if you want to go follow that, the at is Ecnal Productions, Ecnal Productions. Go check it out right now. And yeah, that's it, guys. So
All
let's
right.
get back to it.
For that little segment we had there. I couldn't figure out how to open your door, so he's gonna stay out there for a while. In the meantime, I will put everything that he mentioned in the description below if you want to follow his Instagram, etc., etc. And anything else you would like to mention before we close off? What time we have? Yeah,
No, for those of
we
you
have about like
guys,
4 minutes.
for those of you guys who are into my music, or if you're watching this right now, go check out my YouTube channel. I have 3 tracks on there right now, so they're pretty fire. What do
Mm-hmm.
you think?
I think honestly, you have your new song out. It's looking well, and I've heard a little tidbits of your new ones that you have out, and
Yeah,
they're
little
looking
beats.
fantastic. Really look forward to those. We also have a couple projects we're coming out. We're trying to have these podcasts out every Monday, so we have time to record and edit them. Personally, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, or I also have a couple Instagrams in the description as well, and me where I do little polls. So if you want to go ahead and grab those, by all means, I really appreciate any support you could offer. Likes, follows, subscribes. You know, anything that YouTubers sell out for.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
All right.
I
Think
think
we're
we're
done.
good.
Thanks for listening or watching, whatever you prefer. If you watch a podcast, you're weird. If you're listening, thanks for listening, and I will kiss you on the cheek.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do it now.